Hey, Virgo, Mel, Intuitive Coach here. Excited to bring to you your January 2025 career and money reading. Welcome back if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Virgo. I do see here some growth, a lot of growth that you've gone through, but you are shifting into the next layer or the next level of growth. So what that means is there could be a new offer coming in for you. You may also be unlearning potentially what you've learned. I know that sounds counterintuitive to growth, but it says it's important to unlearn as rules continue to morph and change. So this could also be your belief system or your mindset. It could be systems that you've been using that no longer work. There is advancement here and even technology. So Virgo, that could be part of your work, is letting go of the old ways of doing things, because I do see again the next level, a new beginning, and you're starting off with the Ace of Cups. This is gorgeous energy. This is pure joy, fulfillment, and divine inspiration. This is based on the heart. So opening up, maybe this is opening the heart to the next level, the next layer of growth and opportunity, which means doing what you love, feeling inspired, feeling the magic, because some of you, it feels like you had to go through a bit of a renewal process, because growth spurts are uncomfortable. Remember when you were a kid and you went through those growth spurts where you just shot up overnight, or you went through puberty? Sometimes they're uncomfortable, sometimes they're, embarrassing. And I feel like you've gone through some sort of growth spurt, but instead of hanging on to that old pair of shoes that you've outgrown, or that pair of pants that are now floods, right? I feel like you are saying it's time to go shopping. It's time to go shopping for, some new ideas, maybe a new job, or some of you financially, perhaps you are in the workings of purchasing some new things for your business or for your home. So finances and money could be showing up here for you. It says here, don't delay growth, because you could be in the process of healing. I see that you already have gone through that growth spurt, because this is actually in your past position. This is coming out of a growth spurt and expecting good money flow or a raise or even a new offer. Now, Virgo, you also have Gaia that came out. They're side by side, so this could be growing spiritually as well. Gaia is basically that Mother Earth, the divine feminine in us all. It says, trust that the universe has a better plan than you do. Protection. This is protecting the planet, working with nature in some way, spending time with Mother Earth. And I'm just going to cover her up there because she is opening herself up. She's not fully, she's not clothed, which means this is an opportunity to be vulnerable. And sometimes that can be scary. So unclothing in some way, taking off the mask, that could be part of this growth process, because, excuse me, you're not fitting into the old clothes that you used to wear, maybe the old roles that you have played. It's like you've outgrown them. And judgment crossing your path. Do I stay wearing these shoes that hurt my feet? Do I stay wearing those pants that are, way too short for me now? I feel like you are trusting or being guided to trust that the universe has another plan here for you. And in your present energy in the month of January, you have the Hand. You're manifesting some money here. This is about reaching your goals. This is setting some goals into place, right? Or being able to look at your 2025. What is it that you want to accomplish? I see you saving more money in 2025. This is also about potentially some sort of assistance or aid, okay? Financial assistance. This could be hands-on work or even help getting a job. Some of you know someone that knows someone. There's a foot in the door here. I also see learning. So you could be going back on a course of learning. You could be getting certified, or maybe going back and getting some sort of master's, or you're learning more about how to grow into this new energy that you are coming out of, because you no longer fit. You've outgrown something here. And I see you exploring. I'm getting a very exploratory time for you. This is also a time, Virgo, of self-discovery. You have the treasure as your future energy. This is like the 10 of Pentacles. It really is. It's having to, not having to worry about your money, because you have enough, you have excess. You have some that you're able to put aside in your retirement. You're able to save up. Some of you are saving up for something in particular. Maybe you're saving for a new home. Okay, maybe you're saving to move. Some of you could be saving for like a big item that you want to purchase, maybe a vehicle, a camper. For others of you, I mean, maybe you're saving for a wedding. This could be personal to you. Well, I feel like it is personal to you. Spirit, how would you like? All right, thank you. Okay, final outcome, and then we're going to dig into your reading. Final outcome, thank you. Bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Cups here. Knight of Cups is all about opening up the heart. So we see that space, that heart space for you, Virgo, being amplified. And it's quite beautiful, actually, because at the end of January, the 28th, we shift out of Aries and Libra, North and South Node, so fire and air, and we move into Pisces and Virgo, so water and earth. And this is about us opening up and blending our intuitive and spiritual world into our everyday, Virgo earthly life. And I feel like you are really excited about that energy, because that's you. I mean, you are Virgo, and even though it's in the South Node, you have an opportunity to change your perspectives, to change your career, the way you believe about, finances and money. So this is a really big year for you, especially. So starting off here, we have growth and we have Gaia, again, coming out together. It says here, again, don't delay your growth, because there's some beautiful new things coming in. So sometimes we procrastinate. Sometimes we channel information. So often I hear, Mel, I'm not hearing my intuition. You're hearing it, but you may not be listening to it. We always have access to our divine knowing. And even when we are crazy busy, even when we're bogged down by responsibilities, that little inner voice is always speaking to you, but then we may put it off or delay it because of those responsibilities, or because of, A, B, or C, you name it. And for some of you, it has been procrastination. And Virgo, that can be a bit of your shadow side. So with that energy coming up in the North and South nodes, I feel like you are not procrastinating this year. This is a year of growth. Now, I already forgot what was showing up in your yearly reading, but if you haven't checked that out, I will link the playlist at the end of the video, and I'll also put it in the description box below. That's a month by month forecast for the year ahead. But I absolutely feel, without a doubt, that 2025 is going to be a very, very, spiritual growth type of year for you when it comes to finances and money. And you may even see your abundance growing, like your savings, whatever you're saving up for. Maybe you are saving for retirement. Maybe it's that home. Maybe you're saving, to help your kids in college, or a wedding, or whatever it may be. You're going to see that something is growing here for you, because this is that 10 energy, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. It is getting to a place where you feel really good about where you're at financially. This could be a career as an executive. This is sales. This is planning for your long-term goals. And it's also about your hidden talents. And it's interesting because I don't feel like these are necessarily hidden. I just feel like they've lied a little bit dormant, right? They're talents that you've had, but maybe you haven't acted upon due to that big old P word, procrastination. So that is something you're really digging into. And I feel like you're putting in the work, you're learning, you're mastering a skill, you're getting excited here. So let's dive in. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is that soul quenching renewal. All aces are gifts, but it's up to us to unwrap them, right? It's a gift from the universe being put right in front of us, but sometimes even subconsciously we may push the gift to the side and we say, well, are we really deserving of that? Or, well, it's not my birthday, or perhaps I'll open the gift when the time is right. This is saying don't waver. Don't go back and forth. Don't let your self-worth determine if you're worthy enough, because you absolutely are. Bottom of the deck, you have the pendulum. There may be some fluctuations, okay, when it comes to your income. This is also about indecision, and this is about strategy. And some of you, you're going to make that choice to unwrap this gift of yours, to wake it up if it's been lying dormant. There could be a job change. Some of you, this is seasonal, and we're shifting at the time of this reading. I put these out a little bit early, a couple of weeks before the month. We're actually shifting into the winter equinox, December 21st here in the Northern Hemisphere. So there is something about the seasonal changes, and I think we stay in the winter equinox until, is it like March or so? I'm not quite sure when the spring equinox starts, but it feels like there's something about the seasons that you're really embracing upon. So you may notice that your energy shifts during the season. Sometimes the winter equinox can be full of, introspection and ideas and intuition. And that's what this is about as well for you. So strategizing and coming up with new ways of bringing in money and finances. I see for some of you as well, I mean, look at the book. You literally have the book. So there's some learning coming in for you. There's some paperwork at this time, maybe some contracts. Some of them are going to be fun. Some are not so fun, right? Think taxes and, paperwork and things that you don't really love to do, administrative tasks. But I also see this other side of it that is more experimental. It's more about discovery and learning and being excited about what you're learning. You may also be writing down your goals, maybe journaling a little bit more. This can be legalities as well, legal situations. I do see in the first quarter for you, especially diving into January, there's going to be some choices, but I feel like these choices are yours. Okay, these choices are yours, and there may even be some negotiations to pay, to being paid what you're worth. So possibly a pay raise, or if you're a business owner, maybe you're adjusting some prices here. You are manifesting some strong partnerships, and you may meet them through some contractual agreements or on a course of learning. But open up this gift, because this is exciting, and this is month energy. The Ace of Cups is 1 month. And if this is showing up as your key theme, utilize the energy that January is ushering in and really step into that new Pisces, Virgo, shift that's coming in at the end of the month, and let that guide you. Let that energy guide you, because this is divine inspiration. So in the month of January, you may start feeling a lot more inspired to reach out, to ask for help, to sign up for that class, to get the ball rolling on some goals that you have, and to not procrastinate. All right. Now what's crossing you is the Judgment. The Judgment is judging oneself. When it's showing up in the challenge position, it's like reading it in the reverse. And it can be about mercy, right? Like, have mercy, as Uncle Jesse says in Full House. But I feel like this is, rising up, and it is clarity. It is a deep sense of awakening, because some of you in the past maybe were fearing, right? False evidence appearing real. You were fearing the unknown, which caused you to procrastinate. Maybe you were unable to let some things go. This could be beliefs. It could be those fears. It can be, an old job, anything that we tend to cling to because we are judging. Is it going to be better on the other side, or do I have what it takes? This can also be about self-worth. Maybe you've made some choices that have landed you in some consequences that you had to deal with. Or perhaps there have been things that have been outside of your control and you had to recover from them. The judgment is coming up so you can rise up, right? This is going to show up in the upright position. You have the opportunity here to really look this new or second chance in the eye and give it a big old wink, because the whale comes in, Virgo, with a splash. This isn't like your average minnow that jumps out of the water and it barely makes a bloop. This is a splash. The whale is ginormous, the biggest creature in the sea, right? So this is about something huge that you cannot ignore. This is a judgment call. It's a spiritual rebirth, if you will. So this is life's purpose. This is the universe coming in, ring, 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 pick up the phone. Here's your gift. Here's your opportunity. Take one step toward the gods. They take one step towards you. You have to unwrap the present. And it reminds me of one of my favorite sayings and one of my favorite movies, Eat, Pray, Love, when the guy says to Julia Roberts, I forget his name, but he calls her groceries, and he says, groceries, in order to get to the castle, you got to swim the moat, right? And I feel like this is you swimming the moat. That's why there's water all around the judgment. That water element is actually Scorpio. The judgment is Scorpio, and we have water right here with the Ace of Cups, because this treasure is your castle. Do you want to get to that 10 of Cups? You got to swim the moat. And that's what is being offered to you here. Now, what's below you, Virgo? What's in your foundation? Ooh, okay, we got some weaseling. Now, this could be you in denial. This could be other people that you've dealt with that have been like a little weasel. It reminds me of a ferret, right? I once had a friend in high school that had a ferret, and those suckers are sneaky. They're little hoodlums and troublemakers and a little smelly at times, but they can sneak into every little crack and crevice. So I feel like some of you have been dealing with the energy of secrecy in some way. Maybe you had to keep something secret, or perhaps there was a survival mode, right? Survival, like I got to survive, so I got to do this. Even if other people don't agree with it, I got to do this because this is what's right for me, what's right for my family. For others of you, this is about wearing a mask. It can be about holding your light back in order to, fit in. And that may mean working for a job in the deep past that you don't necessarily love, but it pays the bills. And this can also be the devil. The devil is in the details, because the devil and the seven of swords are connected. And what have I been saying? Procrastination. So perhaps there's been some sort of, sneaky energy where that procrastination sneaks up on you, and you just delay it. This is in your deep foundation, and this is something that you are growing and learning, especially with Virgo and the South Node collectively. If that has been difficult for you, or any sort of devil antics, it can be things that tempt you, right? Maybe scrolling social media when you could be writing your book. This can be addictions. It can be over shopping and over consuming, where you tally up those credit cards and you are in the hole, right? Whatever this devil is for you, materialism, codependency, manipulation, bondage. This is a year where you really have the opportunity to disengage from that and to look the devil in the eye and give it a wink and say, all right, devil, we had our fun. Because remember, the word devil spelled backwards is lived. So many people fear the devil, but it's part of our human experience. It's not to be feared. It's to be lived and enjoyed if we can, but it's when we get bonded to a situation, that's when the devil pops up and it becomes toxic, because the devil is basically excuse me, the devil is basically attachments. So can we do some of these things? Can we procrastinate at times? Absolutely. I do it from time to time, But am I a chronic procrastinator? Absolutely not. I'm very timely. I like to have things, planned and organized, and I follow through. But are there times that I wait last minute? Sometimes, right? Because it's part of the devil, but I don't allow myself to get sucked into that. I don't keep that up as a routine. And I feel whatever you have kept up as a routine that has been toxic or unhealthy, that's what is being addressed. That's why it's coming up in your deep past. Because the reason why we talk about the deep past in readings is because there's still something in the past that's affecting your present. Find out what that devil is for you. Even though it's not the devil, it's the weasel. But it does cause us to be in denial. Okay, so that devil is that denial piece saying it's okay to admit it, right? I admit that there's times that I procrastinate, not very often because it's not tied to the devil. But sometimes I could be working on something else, but I just want to binge and watch a show, or I put something off until last minute, but I don't let it consume me. And that's what you are learning. So I like that the Seven of Swords is showing up in your deep foundation, because it's saying that whenever you tend to default back on this, it's like you get a cold splash of water on your face and you say, whoa, wait a second. Let's unlearn that default mode. That's why we have the growth showing up here. It's important to unlearn to grow. So whatever this is, you're unlearning that behavior that has been conditioned into your psyche, into your brain, into your belief system. So you don't have to fall back into that default mode. All right, now that that's out of the way, recent past, we have some justice. Because you've learned some valuable lessons, and because things are being brought to your conscious awareness now instead of being buried into the subconscious, because that's where our conditions are. That's where our beliefs are, in the subconscious. Therefore, we don't have to think about them. We are them in a way. We see the world through the lens of our subconscious beliefs, but certain things are being brought to your awareness. And because they are, there's justice, there's balance showing up here. The elephant in the recent past says there's truth. The Seven of Swords is a lie. It's illusion. But in the recent past, there's some sort of truth. You are righting some wrongs. This is karma as well. And part of our karma, South Node energy, which is so interesting because collectively you are South Node, but also look at your own personal North and South Node. And if you're like, Mel, what the heck are you talking about? AI, Google it, do whatever you need to do, learn about it, because this is your year to grow. And I feel like that South Node is really big for you. And that's going to help you financially and help you create that abundance to get you all the way to that 10 of Cups. Or 10 of Pentacles. The 10 energy is the treasure chest here. So what's above you? We have the giraffe, the 8 of Pentacles. I love the 8 of Pentacles because this is apprenticeship. It's quality craftsmanship and mastery. Even though I am very, very familiar with tarot, there was a point that I was not. When I first started this channel, it was through an intuitive download that Spirit said, this is what you will be doing. I had no idea that there were tarot readers on YouTube until my guides came in and said, all right, turn on YouTube. And usually I'd only used YouTube at that time, 3 years ago, 3.5, almost 4 years ago, for like music. And that was the biggest thing I used YouTube for. So I went on there and I was going to turn on some music, but my team said, go to Libra. I'm a Libra, and turn on Libra tarot. And I'm like, well, I don't read tarot. I read intuitively. I don't use any tools, but I learned to not doubt or second guess what I'm being told. So I did it, and I turned it on, and I saw a video that had transformed and changed my life. And I had no clue about tarot. I'd heard about it, but I had no idea what the Ace of Cups was or the Justice. And after watching that video, which hit every single area of my life, Spirit said, Mel, that is what you will be doing. You will start a YouTube channel and you will put out your first message in 1 month. I said, 1 month? What are you talking about? Who learns tarot in 1 month? I have no idea. Spirit said, you will figure it out. You are intuitive. This is what you already do, but you can bring these tools to life on a larger platform. And this is how. 1 month later, I put my first video out. And I continue to learn and grow. And even to this day, I am very, very, very familiar with tarot. And I feel like I know it from the inside out, but there's still, every day, I still learn something new. And that's what this card is about. So whether you are just starting your journey, Virgo, whether you are being guided to get curious about something, to discover it for the first time, to open yourself up to something that maybe you have lie dormant within you. You've known about it, but maybe you didn't take that leap, into it wholeheartedly. Or perhaps you are seasoned. Perhaps you know something on the inside and out, but there's always room to continue to grow. That's what this card is all about. So whether this is tarot, whether this is real estate, for some of you, it could be, opening up a business. Maybe it is gaining a managerial role, but needing a little more skill, right? I feel like you are doing it. So wherever you are at on your journey, whether you are an apprentice and just starting out, or whether you are seasoned, you are putting in the energy and you're getting more familiar with it so you can be the best that you can be in your line of work. And that's what's coming in here for you. All right. Mel's TED Talk over. Thanks for listening. All right, future energy, near future, you have the Page of Wands. Beautiful, because this is about enthusiasm. The page is the beginner, right? He's not fully that King of Wands yet, but he has every bit of potential to be. And the King of Wands, he can be the entrepreneur of the tarot. He is someone who could be a business owner, a businessman. He can be very goal-oriented. He's a leader. He's successful. He's adventurous. He's resourceful. But it starts with a single step. And as Lao Tzu says, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And that's what you're doing here. So you're stepping into something new, or stepping into something that you're familiar with, but you want to get, more seasoned with. This is free spirit and this is new ideas. So this is the month of exploration and discovery. You're hearing the call. It's time to unwrap that gift, that Ace of Cups. This is on your heart. And if it's on your heart, it's meant for you. What's going on in your personal energy? You have the Two of Pentacles, the chimpanzee. You're like, Mel, can I balance all of this? Can I work this 9 to 5? Can I build upon my business? Can I grow and branch off if I'm an entrepreneur? This is about balance. And we see that you got a taste of it here with the Justice. You got this. It may require a helping hand. It may require you getting additional, coaching, guiding, mentoring, classes, skill sets, that 8 of Pentacles. That Mel TED Talk that I just went on, right? That is you being able to figure it out. I had no idea for a month, right? And even after that, I really allowed my intuition to take a look at the cards and read the energy from the card in itself. That's how I learned so quickly, is because of the illustration combined with my intuition. But this is about flow and it's about fun. Spirit is saying you can have fun with this. Your higher self is saying play around with this. Just like chimpanzees, they're constantly playing around. They are fun and they go with the flow. They live in the moment. They're in the present. So even though there is a focus on long-term growth for you, Virgo, have fun with this, because you're entering into a new cycle. You have the bee. This is the Wheel of Fortune. This is luck. This is life cycles. This is a major karmic energy. And because I see the Justice, which is karma, I feel like you're entering into a new cycle of growth where any karma, which is South Node, the South Node is one's karma, one's history, one's past. This is being brought up, the 7 of Swords, whatever that is in your life. You're going to know whatever that weasel energy is for you. You'll know it'll be different for each of you, but don't allow yourself to feel shame. Don't get so hard on yourself about that. Devil spelled backwards is lived. You're just living. And sometimes we attach to what what feels good or what's in the moment. But I feel like this is saying it's time to take off that mask, and it's time for you to really shine your light and step into your north node. Step into that Pisces collective north node, but also take a look at what your north and south node is. You can figure that out. Going online, there's calculators everywhere. I'd love to hear what your north and south is. Drop it in the comment section below. But that's what's changing, because it's like you're rebalancing. You are stepping out of that south and entering into the north. All right. This is also luck, fortune, destiny. There's some very fortuitous shifts coming in for you. And I feel like it has to do with this treasure chest. It has to do with worry-free finances, having money in reserve. Some of you Virgos are doing really good. You're living very comfortably, or you're heading in that direction. This is about excess, having enough to pay your bills, to put food on the table. And I know a lot of people are going through challenging times, but Virgo, I feel like this is you really trusting that the universe does have a better plan, does have something up its sleeve, right? There could be a trick up the universe's sleeve here saying, all right, listen, ring, 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 answer that call, or knocking on that door, knock, 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 but you have to answer it. You have to answer it. Otherwise, it goes away. It goes away. It doesn't mean it can't come back later, but I feel like now's the time, because this is divine timing. What's in the hopes and fears position? Four of Pentacles, sitting on that pot of gold, right? Or sitting on that treasure chest, like, I don't want to spend any money. I don't know what's going to come in. I don't want to take a risk, because what if I lose out? Sometimes the Four of Pentacles is scarcity consciousness. What that means is you sit on something, you sit on that idea, or you sit on that money. But what do you do when you sit on something? You suffocate it. It doesn't have room to grow. When we tell ourselves that we have to hoard, we have to be in that, scarcity or poverty conscious mindset, there's a fear of loss that holds us back. And that is what you are reframing, because this is material success. If you open that treasure chest up, which it is open here in this picture, instead of it closing, right? Instead of feeling like there could be some sort of loss, or even if you have dealt with some sort of loss, trusting that the universe wants you to be abundant, wants you to live your best possible life here on earth, and not attached to the material world as much as trusting in the flow. And yes, of course we need those things. We need the money and the food and things to survive. But I feel like you're balancing that out with your spiritual world. And that's what that Pisces Virgo energy is all about. And what's your outcome? I saved the best for last, Virgo. Look at your outcome. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is the treasure. Ace of Cups. Whatever this new beginning is, you're going all the way with it. No more procrastinating. No more, jumping around job to job, or, wondering if something is going to be sustainable. The 10 of Cups is lasting happiness. This is divine blessings. This is lasting success that emotionally and spiritually fulfills you. This is that treasure. It's the ultimate blessing. And not only do you have enough for you, you have enough to spread, right? You have enough of this abundance to spread around here, whether that be money, whether it be time and energy and efforts, and you can share it with your family, share it with your loved ones. You can help others out in some way. I mean, that's the ultimate blessing, to be able to open that flow instead of sitting on that Four of Pentacles and feeling like there's not enough, right? Always in that state of panic or anxiety. Not enough, not enough. Who wants to be in that energy, right? You want to have enough to take care of you and some. And that's where I see you going. But it starts with you saying yes to that gift. not doubting it, not pushing away the gift saying, well, it's not even my birthday, right? Or, I'll open that on a certain holiday, or I'll wait until, don't wait. Don't put it off. If a gift is being offered to you, accept it with open arms and gratitude, because that's why it's there. So some of you have been self-doubting and pushing away a gift, and that could even be your own spiritual gifts. It's time to wake them up. Something is lying dormant. It's like that gift has been there for quite some time, but now it's time to dust it off and open it up, because something beautiful is being opened up. All right, let's get a message from the wisdom of the oracle. What do we have for Virgo? Virgo, I love this reading for you. This is gorgeous. Take this with you into the new year. Come back to this and know that there's growth. No, you have truth be told. There's the Seven of Swords. There's the Justice. There's definitely some truths coming out. It's card 14 in tarot. That's the Temperance. This has been a long time coming. Absolutely a long time coming. It's honesty. It's the energy of self-acceptance, facing things at, accepting things at face value, coming out of denial, the willingness to be transparent, and also clarity around communication. We have here as the prosperity message, are you willing to do whatever it takes to experience the prosperous life you deserve and desire? If you want to be an artist, do you make time for your art? Do you put that as a priority? If you want to be a healer, do you set time aside to learn new things to help you serve? A writer must write and a singer must sing. Being true to your calling, there's that judgment. Being true to your calling is essential to your moving forward. There is another oracle message here. It's time to have a look at the real, honest truth about your thoughts, your feelings, and your beliefs. There's that Four of Pentacles around money, around prosperity, around your relationship to those things, to compensation and to meaningful work. Ask yourself, what is true for me? And you will find the key to abundance. I love that for you. That wraps up literally what we were talking about here with your South Node. It really does. Now, because we have the Judgment in reverse here, or challenging you to listen to that call, because again, it's not that we're not hearing it. You hear it, but it's taking the steps to do it. So where are you being dishonest with yourself or others? If you're unhappy in any area of your work life or financially, look for signs of denial. This can also pertain to others being misleading or withholding or acting from hidden agendas. Now is the time to say no to dishonesty in all forms. Ask for the truth, even if you don't like what you hear. Acknowledging it will be key to a beautiful new future, where you no longer labor under the heavy burdens that deceit and denial impose on you. Set yourself free. Nothing less than the truth is required now. Whew, this is good, because there's the mask, right? We talk about that mask. There's the owl. You are wiser. You are wiser now. And you're opening up that window of opportunity. It feels like this is a window of opportunity for you. Don't let this magical time, this magical moment pass you by. And not only is this a window of opportunity, it's no coincidence that Pisces is shifting into the North Node and Virgo in the South. This year is an opportunity for you to grow into that treasure, that 10 of Cups. This is it. All right, let's get a few messages from your animal spirit guides, Virgo. At this time, if you can safely do so, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from your solar plexus chakra, your belly area. Hold it as long as you can and release through the mouth with a nice big sigh. And with your eyes still closed, tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now, this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. It could be an animal that swims deep in the sea. Perhaps your animals are wild, magical, or even majestical. Your animal could be domesticated, perhaps a pet that you currently have at your home or by your side. Maybe even a loved pet that's crossed over the rainbow bridge. It could be an animal that's recently crossed your path in the great outdoors, or maybe even visited through your dreams. There is no right or wrong answer, Virgo. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, where I draw one winner around the first of the month and post right back here on the channel, all you need to do is drop your animal or animals, you can have more than one, drop them in the comment section below, and then be sure to hit that subscribe and bell button so you don't miss that notification. All right, what do we have here for Virgo? Virgo, we have the dog. Some of you are seeing your own dog or a dog that's crossed over. This is about honesty, devotion, and service. You have the dog, and in the other deck, the dog says, be loyal to what you love. Be loyal to your heart. So there is this energy of loyalty. I mean, this is showing up time and time again here in this reading. This is time for you to heed the call and really get honest with yourself about what truly makes you happy. And I feel like you also have a companion. There's a companion energy available or coming in here for you, because that 10 of Cups, that's not a one-man band. You know, that is, you know, opportunity to grow with others, grow with family or partnerships. Next, you have the Crab, self-sufficiency. Yep, 7 of Swords. This can be modesty as well as circumvention. Okay, circumvention. So I feel like you may have taken some side steps, just like the crab kind of scuttles from side to side. Maybe some of you have some Cancer in your chart. Maybe there's a big energy around the Chariot moving forward. And I feel like you're moving forward out of self-sufficiency, 7 of Swords, into, you know, self-abundance. So really beautiful coming in. And there's the Moon too. And then lastly, you have the Crowned Sifaka. Now that is probably the first time I've ever heard of that animal. The crowned Sifaka. Maybe this is in a different region. This is femininity, attentiveness, and group accord. So this can be really dropping into that Ace of Cups energy, which is water, which is emotion. It's the beautiful Piscean energy here of intuition. So your femininity is shining, regardless if you are male or female. That does not matter. We all have strong feminine nurturing abilities. And I feel like it's time for you to nurture yourself. Maybe you've spent a lot of time nurturing others or taking care of your family. I feel like Spirit is saying, don't put something off any longer. Like, it's okay. You'll be able to balance and do both. Attentiveness. So being attentive, paying attention, not procrastinating or working on time management could be very significant. And group accord, there's something about you helping others, helping other families, or, you know, being part of a tribe, maybe building up some sort of a community here, or heading towards new beginnings where there are dynamics of coming together. It feels more family oriented than it does segregation. So some of you may have felt very segregated or very, you know, left out. And I feel like you're coming together with this group energy and really drawing in that divine feminine, which is Gaia. Didn't we talk about that in the beginning? I had to cover her up because she's not very modest there, but it is about, you know, opening up, vulnerability. Last but not least, let's get a message from your soul's truth. What does your soul want you to know at this time? What does your soul want you to know at this time? To whom am I comparing myself right now? What you are able to see, Virgo, in another is only visible because it is within you, ready to be brought out. Shine light on this feeling of not enough and see the truth. You cannot make that up. This is like the 5th card, all about the truth, nothing but the truth. See the truth. All that you need and want is within you. Today's soul action, stop comparing and start creating. That is what I have for you. If you like the reading, which I love this, Virgo, I feel like everybody can learn a little something about, the north and south nodes. So drop that in the comment section. I'd love to hear it, especially if you, I don't even know if this is possible, if you can have Virgo and Pisces in a north or south node, if that's your sun sign, but check it out. Drop it below. I'd love to hear. If you like the messages, please hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there. It helps the algorithm, which I'm so grateful for. The more lives we can touch, the better. And again, drop your power, animals. Thank you for tuning in and being here, Virgo. Lots of love.